What's up, guys? Feel me? It is Rising Random here, back with another one. Feel me? I've been going for like I don't know how long. I want to say like a year at this point, or a little bit more than a year. But feel me? I'm changing up my style of content. I'm gonna be back on here like uploading like every day. Hopefully, but I'm gonna try. But yeah, I'm gonna change my style of content. Not like for me, honestly, it's still gonna be what it is. I'm just talking about like how I deliver it type for me. I'm gonna be obviously you can tell I'm using more just like how I talk naturally with my friends and all that for me. The more lingo involved with it for me. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. But as you can see from the thumbnail, for me today we talking about what if Naruto was in Bleach, and how we gonna do that basically is Aizen, for me, he's not too sure about himself with the Ichigo plan. And, even though he thinks it's an interesting, type of experiment, for me, he's like, I'm going to just make a backup. And plus, for me, it's this human named Naruto Uzumaki that lived right next door to the other experiment. And for me, this human has, like, very high spiritual pressure, like, way more spiritual pressure than a normal human should have, for me. And plus, Naruto attracts hollows more naturally for me, and he be getting in trouble with that a lot. He can also like not really see hollows, but he can like just vaguely feel their presence. Like he know they're around, just you feel me, very vaguely around. So for me, Naruto is just like a regular natural human. Feel me. If you're wondering how I'm gonna include Karama, I got plans, and for me, you gonna see as this video gets on though. For me. So yeah, that's how this is basically gonna work out. That's why Naruto is in Bleach. How Naruto obviously becomes a Soul Reaper and all that is just because of Aizen. I feel me. So let's get straight into it. So we're gonna start off when Naruto and Ichigo is actually children. Obviously they were neighbors. Feel me. And of course, they play with each other. Ichigo kind of is like it's like for me like a yin yang type duo with Ichigo. He's not really like pessimistic per se, but he's a lot less bright than Naruto is. Naruto just like a ball of light for me, a ball of fun you can say. But so it's like they're cool because they're opposites. I mean, they're best friends because they're opposites, and they hang up a lot. They hang out a lot as children. Then that day that Ichigo mom died, Naruto was there in this story. He actually tried to warn his mother, feel me, Ichigo's mother, because he's like, I vaguely sensed something behind that child. He warned Ichigo too to not go there, but he's like, I vaguely sense something is behind that child. Like, I have a bad feeling about that child. Let's not go over there at all. Like, feel me? But Ichigo still runs down to try and save her. And, obviously Ichigo's mother ended up dying that day. And Naruto and Ichigo can't really remember anything about it, for me. So, feel me, fast forward, Ichigo is still the same person he is. Feel me, Naruto is just like, he hangs out with Naruto, and Naruto's at his house a lot. For me, obviously, Minato and Kushina exist here, but for me, obviously, they're human, so there's really no need to bring them up. For me, so yeah. But they're still around the same. Naruto's actually chilling in Ichigo's house that day. They were with each other when Rukia ends up coming into her room, and it's like, oh, and Ichigo can see her. That's the thing. Ichigo can see her. Naruto can sense her, and she's like, that's extremely weird. And she has on. We're just gonna say she has on like a random Soul Reaper along with her, like just like a absolutely no name Soul Reaper. Nah, actually, we're not gonna do that. But yeah, so she's like, that's crazy that it's two anomalies in the same place and they're best friends. One can see me and the other can sense me. That's not, and they're human. They're both human. That's very rare, right? So Rukia goes through that same steps, and instead of picking Ichigo immediately, she's kind of thinking like, should I pick Ichigo or should I pick Naruto? And what she ends up doing is just picking both of them. Clearly, she loses a lot more soul power, obviously, because she transferred it over to two humans. And honestly, Ichigo's one come out in straight Shikai form for me with the long blade and all that. Naruto actually is a lot more standard. He has like a very standard one, and honestly, he doesn't know about for me its name, none of that. So they get through right, and they crash. Like for me, they absolutely crash on that So, now Hollow, for me, Hollow ends up dying a lot quicker, and pretty much the same steps. We're not going to really go through too much. Obviously, is that one Hollow with that was Orihime brother, ends up dying a lot quicker and all that. Like, a lot of this early stuff, I'm going to just fly through it because it really doesn't overall matter. Naruto and Ichigo does the exact same thing. It's not too much that changes because Naruto is there so far. For me, fast forward, right, to when, my fault, I can't think of his name even though I haven't written it down. Fast forward to when, for me, Rukia's brother comes through with Renji, and, obviously, it's the exact same thing. Naruto actually takes on Renji, and then Ichigo tries to take on Rukia's brother, right? Honestly, it doesn't go too well for Ichigo. He immediately gets slashed and pretty much torn apart, right? Naruto is actually, he's not holding his own. Renji's playing around with him, but, Naruto's thinking that he's doing good. He's like, oh, yeah, like, oh, what happened? You were just boasting about having so much power, yet I'm able to keep up with you in your attacks, And, but Renji ends up just stop playing around with him, kicks him around, starts beating on him, all that. But Naruto is like, oh, you think this is like, oh, you think, my fault about to say, but remember what I said earlier. I'm using a lot more of my own lingo. But Naruto is like, oh, you think it's sweet around here, right? And Naruto is now, for me, compounding like a lot of spiritual pressure. Like, he's just absorbing. It's not absorbing, feel me, but he's like radiating spiritual pressure, and it has a vague red glow to it. For those who know, feel me. But Naruto ends up, split bits, and Renji absolutely demolish him, but he still doesn't hold a flame to Rukia's brother. He, of course, gets slashed down along with Ichigo. And so, those who are laying there pretty much dead. Rukia does the whole entire thing of, they're both basically dead men. Just leave them there. Like, there's no need to do nothing. Just leave them there. And for me, Rukia's brother is like, okay, for me, I will. They leave off. Same thing Naruto's in the canon series happens, just with Naruto's there. So they're both pretty much like, either you unlock, clearly with I keep forgetting these characters' name. I'm so bad with names, bro. But the person, like the creepy old dude, I need to remember his name. Hold up. My fault. But yeah, the name is Kisuke. He is currently with Kisuke, feel me? And Kisuke is like, either you turn into hollows or both of you become soul reapers, and or, feel me, one of you becomes a hollow and the other one has to kill him because he's hollow. Fast forward, both of them end up becoming soul reapers, and obviously, they chilling, they think they're powerful now. Kisuke is actually talking to Naruto, especially because Naruto is the one, you have to realize he's like more of a basic soul reaper. You're going to see what I mean by that. Like, not really, you're not going to really see, but you know what I mean. With me, Naruto is more basic because he does have a Shikai and a Bankai. He doesn't just have a Bankai, while, Ichigo has a Shikai and a Bankai. But, right? So, basically what happens is, Kisuke is talking to Naruto like, you need to talk to your Zanpakuto, find out its name, because that's going to help release your Shikai, right? And Naruto is talking, he goes into his mental state, and he sees a woman, actually, for me, a woman that's kind of like fox-like, for me, with a total of 9 tails, and there's 9 blades around her. And he's like, oh, where's your name? And the woman is like, you have to prove yourself to get my name. She's not just going to give it up to him, feel me? And she's like, if you can pick which one of these 9 blades is the correct blade, the blade that you currently are wielding, you can have all of these 9 blades, and I'll tell you my name, right? So obviously, Naruto is like, he's trying to figure out. He thinks it's like a mental thing, really, and Naruto is just trying to figure out. Like, he's just trying to sit there and figure out. He's trying to actually use his brain for once, but Naruto is just like, honestly, they all look the same. I'm going to just guess it. Like, I'm going to just guess it and hope I get it right. He grabs a random blade, and then I was about to say the name, but the lady ends up grabbing the blade too, slashes towards Naruto. Naruto instance is good, he blocks it. And he's like, okay, your instance not bad. By the way, you could have picked any one of these 9 blades. They're all the exact same. And my name is Kerr. Feel me? And so Naruto is just like, okay, well, that's at least good. You know, he escapes his mental place. That's what I was trying to get. My fault. But for me, and he talks to Kisuke. He's like, how do like unleash my Shikai, right? So Kisuke is like, just say your Zanpato's name, and he says Kerr, and 9 like a blade with 9 other blades extending out is formed. That is Naruto Shikai. It's quite basic. He can honestly slash, like, it has, like, it's harder to block. If you just try and block only one of the blades, then obviously the other blades will slash you. By the way, Naruto Shikai is kind of versatile. He can detach any one of the blades to form, like, their own, like, because they're all part of one hilt originally. But he can detach any one of the blades, have its own hilt on it, and use that to also attack. So he can, and he can shrink them. He can do whatever he really want to them. So he could turn into a dagger to throw it at you. He could turn into another sword to stab you while you're blocking his. So it's a not very versatile weapon, but it is a pretty versatile weapon in terms of pure combat, right? And Ichiko's like, how come I can't get Shikai? And Kisuke like, honestly, I don't know. Your blade is just constantly in Shikai form. I don't really know what to tell you about that. And he's like, okay, well, feel me, let's get on to trying to save Rukia from Byakuya. Feel me, honestly, he's about to execute her and all that. By the way, I did figure out I found about Rukia's brother named clearly Byakuya, right? And so, they go through all the steps of getting into Soul Society. And we're actually going to be leaving it off here for today, for me. When they got into Soul Society, now they're spread apart. Naruto's, of course, with Ichigo. And for me, so yeah, that's it. Well, not really it, because, other people come, like Chad or Hime, they all come with them. For me, they actually, before they get split apart, actually. For me, this is one they land in there, and then they, they're trying to talk to it's these irrelevant side character names I can't remember. But you know who I'm talking about, the lady that ends up actually getting them into the Sarate, for me. But yeah, we're going to be leaving it off right before they get into the Sarate. So yeah, I catch y'all guys, and I hope y'all have a great day.